What is going on, you guys? Boss Standstill here, and we are back with my WWE 2K14 Universe mode. Well, that is going to be a mouthful this year to say. Oh my god, I'm going to have to say that every single... Last year when it was WWE 13, it was a little bit easier. But now the WWE 2K14 Universe mode, every time. Every time for the whole year. But regardless, we do have a great show for you guys. Besides the fact that I do not have much history on these guys, so I can't really talk about them. All these guys, pretty much all of them, are making their debuts. As you can see, we do have a Legends show, and coming out right now, accompanied by Mr. Fuji, is Yokozuna. Now, Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji, they're two of my favorite personalities in wrestling ever. I mean, together. I loved Mr. Fuji as a manager, even though I didn't watch much of him because I was not born yet at the time when Yokozuna was in his prime, but obviously I didn't watch these guys live, but I do know a lot about them. And yeah, Mr. Fuji, he was just a cool personality. I loved seeing him. And Yokozuna, he was a monster. It was a shame he had to go so early. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great match. And if you guys did not see at the top of the show, which most of you probably did, his opponent tonight, Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake Roberts, making his debut with the company, as is Yokozuna. This man has a lot of potential. In real life, if you guys didn't know, Jake is he's doing really well. He was in a bad spot for a little while, but he's a recovering alcoholic, and not in this game, obviously. He's in his prime in this game, but real life, he was in a rough spot until Diamond Dallas Page, DDP, sort of picked him up and helped him out a little bit. And he got him off of alcohol, he got him off the drugs, and he's been getting back in shape. And he was actually on Monday Night Raw a little while back for the old school show. He had a little thing with Dean Ambrose. He put the snake on him. The snake pissed on him, and that wasn't supposed to happen. And Dean was smiling about it, but I thought that was pretty funny to watch. But now we have him in Universe mode in SG Gaming League for the very first time ever, and we're gonna see what kind of name he can make for himself tonight. Yokozuna, look at how big Yokozuna is. He is just fun to watch in that ring. He's probably one of the biggest men we've ever... Look at that. Look at how long it took him to throw Yokozuna. And the program looks like it's lagging just a little bit, but I think it's just going to fix itself like it usually does. If it doesn't, if the commentary is a little bit delayed, you don't have to listen to the commentary if you want to watch the match. I know it gets a little annoying when you have somebody... they're commentating stuff that you already saw a couple seconds ago, and it's, it is annoying. So if the commentary does ever, slow down, speed up, or not, it won't do that, but it'll start getting off. It might. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. What was I going to say? Yokozuna, probably one of the biggest men we have ever had in SG Gaming League. By far, one of the biggest men. I guess the only two we can compare against are Big Show and the Great Khali, as far as just pure size. But we do have a couple other guys that are gonna give these guys a run for their money that we're gonna see here tonight. I'm not gonna give you the spoiler alert of who they are, but I think you do have a pretty good idea of one very, very big man in history that will be competing here tonight. But we're not gonna give that away right now. If you already know who it is, then awesome. Hopefully you're as excited as I am to see him. But anyways, look at Jake Roberts just tossing Yokozuna right over his head with that backdrop, and what's it called? I don't know what you call it. It's a backdrop. But as you can see, I am using the WrestleMania 7 arena, and I will tell you why. Why WrestleMania 7 in particular? It's not because of that I just like WrestleMania 7 and I wanted to use that. It was because I was trying to find a happy medium for the arenas. I was in WrestleMania 1 originally, and I played a match with it, and it just looked so depressing and sad, and it was like there was nothing there. It was very boring, and I was just trying to picture like doing every one of my matches at that arena, and I couldn't picture it. It was this very, very sad, very melancholy arena. I actually went all the way up to WrestleMania maybe 5, and they were all sort of like that, and I was just like they were getting a little better each time. But I got to this one after I think I just skipped WrestleMania 6. I got to this one, and or maybe I did WrestleMania 6. I remember like going through a lot of them, just playing a match in every one. But yeah, I get to this one, and it just seemed like a happy medium. It wasn't really modern, because I don't want a modern one. I wanted an old-looking one. But it just looked right for the occasion. It looked right for because like right now, like it's not all grainy like some of the older ones. Grainy is good, but I didn't want it too grainy. This one's not too grainy. It's just the right amount of grainy, just the right amount of you know, interesting looking. Like we're not gonna get bored of this arena. And if you do, then cry about it because I'm using it. And yeah, it just seemed like a good medium. But Jake Roberts, the master of the DDT, as you can see, he just hit that DDT, and I believe that was a finishing maneuver. He's gonna go pin Yokozuna, and Mr. Fuji getting himself involved, and Charles Robinson looking to get himself involved with Mr. Fuji. That could have probably been a win for Jake Roberts right there if it hadn't been for Fuji getting himself involved and Jake just clubbing blow on the back of the head of Yokozuna. He's gonna turn him around, just stomp right on the arm. And hopefully Fuji is done getting himself involved. Because that was, I mean, there are a lot of good managers this year, but I was sort of hoping that they'd be a little bit more low-key and not get themselves involved all the time. Like, that's why I never had managers last year, because they would always get themselves involved. I like the idea of managers this year. I like that there are a lot of good ones. But, yeah, we're going to have to find, we're going to have to, if it starts getting out of hand, then I'll do something about it. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Right now, you know, Mr. Fuji did get himself involved. But that's what managers do. You know, they try to help their guy. Hopefully, it's not going to get too out of hand. But Jake Roberts just dominating this match so far against a much bigger Yokozuna, which is a little bit surprising. Is this going to be? Oh, I should have turned display counts on. That's annoying. Why didn't I do that? And it looks like Jake Roberts, the big DDT. That was a finishing DDT. That just looked like a finisher. And 1, 2, and 3. Jake Roberts picking up the big win in his debut match. This man is now 1-0, technically undefeated. Jake the Snake Roberts is, and uh-oh, I know what he's doing here. I forgot this cutscene existed. He's got Damien. He's got that snake. Looks like he's going to give Yokozuna a little taste of the snake, and he just wraps around his face. And Yokozuna flips out, gets out of that ring. Very big man being intimidated by that snake. And, well, this is setting a good tone. I'm looking forward to this season a lot now. Alright, you guys, it is time for our second match of the evening and our first tag team match on the Legends brand of the year. It is going to be a little bit of a unique match, featuring some teams we've never seen before. It's going to be Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart making up the Hart Foundation, taking on this new team. Very awesome team. I can't wait to see Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig and Curtis Axel, his son. I almost said, I got their names confused for a second. I almost called him Curt Hennig. But, yeah, this is Curtis Axel. They are Perfection Squared. And a very, very clever name. And, yeah, the late, great Mr. Perfect never got to team with his son. But I felt like this team just needed to happen. When I found out Mr. Perfect was in the game, I don't know whether to call him Curt Hennig or Mr. Perfect. I feel like I'm going to call him Mr. Perfect just because I don't like saying Hennig. I always want to say Hennig, and I don't like that his name is Hennig. So I'm probably just going to call him Mr. Perfect and Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel does actually have a record in my universe mode. He is 2-3 somehow, from my calculations. He was sitting in the alumni section, and I pulled him up. I do have, if you guys did not watch my stuff previously, I do have records for these guys. All of my SG Gaming League competitors do have records. SG Gaming League is the name of the company, by the way. If you want to check out some of my old stuff, there was a channel called SG Gaming League. It wasn't very good back then, but you can still check it out for some nostalgia, just to see how it used to be. And this team, very new team. Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, they are the Hart Foundation. Bret Hart did compete in the Universe mode last year in SG Gaming League. He has a record of 4-3, which is pretty good. Anything over 500 is usually, pretty good, because in WWE games, at least in Universe modes, not many people have a record. Well, I shouldn't say that. If you have a record over 500, that's considered pretty good. And Bret Hart, he is 4-3, and that's a very respectable record. Jim Neidhart starting off his career at 0-0, and as is Mr. Perfect. So we're gonna see one of these men is gonna get their first victory here tonight, and the other one is gonna start off their career 0-1, which is never a good way to start off. But you know, everybody loses. You just got to pick yourself back up and you know, come back strong. Jake Roberts starting off his career at 1-0. Yokozuna unfortunately 0-1, but that doesn't mean he'll never win. You know, it's just what it is. Bret Hart starting things off with Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel, he should feel pretty honored. He's in there wrestling a ring veteran. And you know, this is I like Curtis Axel being on this brand because it really adds like a element of like fresh young style to the Legends brand. Instead of having him competing with everybody else, you know, his age on Raw. And we've already got a lot of guys on Raw. We actually have over 50 guys on Raw this year. We have about a little over 40 on Legends brand. We have a lot of guys this year. It's going to be hard picking for like the Royal Rumble and stuff when we have this many guys. We might have to have a Royal Rumble for each brand. That would be insane. I could actually do it too. Like, it's at that point where I could literally have a Royal Rumble for both brands, and there would still be more people. But, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have a lot of qualifying matches. But that is too far in the future to think about. It's only the first episode of SmackDown. I'm very excited about SmackDown, not SmackDown. Legends. But here comes Mr. Perfect making his in-ring debut here tonight with a big SG Gaming League elbow on the back of Bret Hart. Bret Hart does have a little bit of a history. He was almost tag team champion with British Bulldog last year. These two made up a pretty awesome tag team. They really were. They competed in a tournament, in a tag team tournament, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to have this year because we don't currently have tag team champions right now. So we're going to have to find out who is worthy of being tag team champions. I guess we're just going to, for the first pay-per-view, we're just going to take the best of Raw and the best of Legends. And, you know, whoever that is going to be, you know, they're going to be in the match against each other. And it's going to be our first inter-promotional match that we have. So that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be at our first pay-per-view, which I believe is Extreme Rules. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to check that out. But Jim Neidhart getting in instantly just knocking Curtis Axel off the apron onto the floor. Here are two guys that are making their debuts. Jim Neidhart, I felt like Jim Neidhart would be taller. I guess not. But that is a very good call of Jim Neidhart. I'm happy I found that one. And Curtis Axel, that call is fantastic. You wouldn't even be able to tell it's a caw. I do have a lot of awesome caws this year. I found caws for like everybody who I felt like should be in the game, or even people that I just wanted to see in the game. I found, and we didn't see very many caws. Do we see any caws on Raw? I feel like I don't even know. I have no idea if we did. But yeah, I love watching rookies in here. I think it's exciting. Oh yeah, we did. We saw Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. We saw the Wyatt family. But I love watching rookies in here, like these men in the ring. It's kind of weird calling Mr. Perfect and Jim Neidhart rookies, but they really are. You know, they're rookies to the company. They've never been in the company before. I can't really call them veterans or legends. You know, the closest to a legend or a veteran we have is Bret Hart. He's been in like 7 matches. Not a lot, but, you know. Curtis Axel wrestled in WWE 12, I remember. He had a couple matches, a match or two with David Otunga. I believe he actually beat Chris Jericho back then when he was Imposter Kane. And he wrestled 2 men that should be in this game, the Road Warriors. I might bring them back. You know, just because they should be in the game. They're legends of WrestleMania. Road Warriors, you know, I'd be more than happy seeing these guys in here. So, you know, I'm probably gonna offer them contracts this year, but I'm not really sure. Nothing's set in stone yet. We already have a lot of great tag teams. Some that I haven't even shown you guys yet. You know, we've only had like 2 tag team matches out of a lot. So I'm gonna focus on like the last couple weeks. I'm just gonna focus on tag teams just so we can get everything narrowed down. We're gonna have a little mini tournament on each brand just to see what's going on for that division. And that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Actually, that's a really good idea. I'm going to have 2 more teams compete next week. And then... No, okay, hold on. Let me make myself clear. 2 more teams compete on Raw, and then 2 more teams compete on SmackDown. The winner of those teams will face... Like, the winner of next week will face whoever wins this match. and then the winner of that will face the winner of the 2 Raw matches. Then they'll go into the pay-per-view. That is an awesome idea, except we have a lot more than 4 teams. We're just gonna have to pick. I'm just gonna have to pick 4 teams that I feel are worthy, and we'll introduce the other tag teams later. But Curtis Axel going for the clubbing blow, and Jim Neidhart really not having it. But here he goes with the what is it called? McGillicudder? That's what it used to be called. Here, let me look it up real quick. 1, 2, and display counts are on, I guess, which is awesome. He can't call it the McGillicudder still. It's the Axel Cutter or something. I don't know. We'll see. I like that move. I thought it was a unique neckbreaker move. It wasn't like a, just regular. My cats are going crazy. They gotta stop. I hate cats. I don't know why I have these cats. Cats are so annoying. Hold on. Let me find it. Cause we're gonna be seeing that move a lot probably. It's called he doesn't even have it anymore. Yeah, I guess not. I guess we'll just call it the McGillicudder, because breaking the 4th wall, his old name was Michael McGillicuddy. So that's what he competed as actually in WWE 12. He's Curtis Axel now, but his finisher is still McGillicudder. I guess now, according to his Wikipedia page, he does the Perfect Plex. But that's not going to work because Mr. Perfect does the Perfect Plex, and they're in a tag team together. So we're going to see if Curtis Axel, it looks like he's going to hit that McGillicudder once again. And it looks like he was trying to hit the clothesline, but didn't really work out. Instead, the electric chair drop. Mr. Perfect going through all that effort to knock Neidhart off the apron, and he just does it again. Well, Mr. Perfect stands in there, not Mr. Perfect, Curtis Axel stands in there and taunts. But, what's Bret doing? Bret just leg sweeps him. And, Bret Hart, he's never really competed as a singles competitor. The closest he's ever come was being in the Royal Rumble, which he did awful in. He was horrible in that Royal Rumble. Shut up, cats! God, unfortunately, they're probably going to be here, everyone, because I commentate in my basement, and they're always in the basement, so probably going to be here all the time. Hopefully they'll chill out a little bit by the time we're done with the show. But Curtis Axel locking in the camel clutch on Bret Hart. Shades of another man that we will probably see in the future in the Legends brand. No spoiler alert to who that might be. I'm not going to say it, but yeah, we have a stacked roster here. A lot of rookies that we've never seen before. Weird calling that man a rookie, but he really is. He's a rookie to the company. But look at Bret. What's he doing here? We've never seen this before. Wait, he's going for the figure 4. He's going for the figure 4 on the turnbuckle. That's got to be insanely, excruciatingly painful. Curtis Axel, he's never felt anything quite like that before, especially by a man like Bret Hart. That is shades of another guy, another dirty player that we may or may not be seeing here tonight. Once again, no spoiler alerts. I'm gonna just let you get. If you already have an idea of who that might be, great. Keep it to yourself. Keep the excitement inside of you until we see him or don't see him tonight. Anyways, Bret Hart looks like he's going for the pin on Curtis Axel. 1, 2, and Mr. Perfect just drops an elbow on Bret's foot, and somehow, somehow that interrupts the pin. That's WWE gaming logic. But Mr. Perfect getting the hot tag, and Mr. Perfect taking out Bret Hart. He's going for Jim Neidhart. He's all fired up, and looks like Jim Neidhart takes the blow, no-sells it, and then just drops Mr. Perfect gullet first on the rope. Now, hold on. I have to take periodic drinks. Now, breaking the 4th wall a little bit, I heard that hot tags never work in this game anymore. Like, whenever you try and do them, they will always get reversed. And, well, I guess we'll have to see. Guess I'm going to have to call his bluff on that one, whoever said that. But I was watching gameplay from this game, and they tried like 8 hot tags, and none of them worked. So, I'm not going to get excited when I see a hot tag until one actually works. And until then, I guess we're going to see. Well, Bret Hart, he's going for the pin on Mr. Perfect once again. Curtis Axel gets in there. elbow drop onto the foot of Mr. Perfect, by the way. It wasn't even Bret's foot. And I always thought Mr. Perfect had a pretty cool wrestling attire. It was very simple, but it's very cool. I wish he had it in the front too, like Vader sort of. But shut up. Shut up, cat. Yeah, that cat's annoying. God, shut up, cat. That cat's gotta chill out. Swear to God, man. What was I just gonna? I just got completely sucked off the train of thought, and I thought that was gonna be a pinfall right there, but it was not to be. Now Bret Hart doing the SG Gaming League knee crusher, knee cracker. I call it something different every time. I have no clue what the name of that move is, but I'll never figure it out. I never want to figure it out. Just want to see it. Jim Neidhart stealing the pin and not getting it. This match is a very long match. And Neidhart looks like he's got the Cobra Clutch right there. Shades of a man who we may also be seeing here tonight. And it looks like Mr. Perfect does tap out, giving the Hart Foundation their very first win in SG Gaming League. Jim Neidhart starting off the season 1-0. Bret Hart increased to a 5-3 record. And wow, what a very, very awesome match these two just had. A very long match. That was about 12 minutes. 12-minute match. That was pretty crazy, but congratulations to these guys all the same. Alright, you guys, we're on to our next match of the evening. It is going to be Sergeant Slaughter, the debuting Sergeant Slaughter, taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Austin, here's a man who really needs to get back into the swing of things. He's been competing now for 2 seasons here at SG Gaming League, ever since the founding of this company in WWE 12. He's got a record of 7-11, which is, you know, he's been in 18 matches. That's a lot of matches for SG Gaming League. But this guy, he really just has not, like all last season, he just couldn't really get anything together. This surprised me that they're using this version of Sergeant Slaughter. Why would they use the Iraqi version of Sergeant Slaughter? Or Iran? It feels like they should use like the American Patriot one. I don't know, I find it a little bit weird that they've got this one. I don't know. I mean, it did happen. Like, this was a real and he did compete at WrestleMania like this. I don't know. It's a little weird. I don't know why they wouldn't take the Sergeant Slaughter that everybody knows, the GI Joe one. Seems like that one would be a better one to take. But anyways, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I was going to say, here's the guy that he really did. He did everything but win a championship in WWE 12. He main evented WrestleMania. You know, he actually set a record in the Royal Rumble. That still hasn't been broken to this day. Longest amount of time in the ring. He lasted 17 minutes 22 seconds in the ring in a Royal Rumble, and tied the record for most eliminations, which has since been broken. And but he made it to like the final 3, but he didn't win. And he was in championship matches, didn't win them. He'd get like opportunity after opportunity, and he just could not capitalize. He'd get all the way up, but he wouldn't get the big one. So and last year too, he almost didn't even make it into the Royal Rumble. But I gave him a qualifying match against The Undertaker, I believe, and he thankfully won it. But did very mediocrely in the Rumble that year. But, you know, his record still hasn't been broken. We're going to see if it can be broken this year. I'm very excited to see the Royal Rumble this year, but that is far in the future. But, yeah, Stone Cold, he's just got to start excelling this year. He's got to win some matches, got to get some championships. He's been wrestling a lot, and you'd think in one of those 18 matches he would do something big enough to get a championship. But no, I guess not. I remember he made a very embarrassing debut last year when when Ken Shamrock was shooting a promo, and he goes out there and he says, "You can't call yourself the best because you haven't done anything yet." And then he lost that night. Like immediately after that, they started the match, and he lost to Ken Shamrock. And then they wrestle again in like a dark match or something, and they both lost. I think Mankind won, but that is irrelevant. Those two wrestled like 3 times, and he never won. And then he wrestled other guys that season. He wrestled like someone stupid. He wrestled like Val Venus to get the Money in the Bank, and he lost to Val Venus. And then he just started losing, and that's what gave him his 7-11 record. You know, he was 500 at one point, I'm pretty sure, but he just could not get back into the swing of things, and because of that, you know, he never got any opportunities. He wasn't even at WrestleMania that year. But luckily, he is getting another chance, and if he can beat the very large, very powerful Sergeant Slaughter, then he has got just that opportunity. And that's just proof that like you can't really, you can't just book somebody in this game just because they're really good in real life. Because like guys like The Undertaker, John Cena, and The Rock, they've all competed in SG Gaming League, and none of them were good. Like there were guys that are very low profile, like Tensai, for example, that did way better than him and that have actually won things. Like I gave John Cena, well, John Cena was SG Gaming League champ once, but that was in his first match with the company. He debuted and won it, and then lost it like the next month. But yeah, and after that he never did anything. Like I would give John Cena chances, and then he just wouldn't do things. Like Jack Swagger beat him for the Intercontinental Championship, and well, he defended it against John Cena. I didn't really think he would, but he did. And and yeah, and then he just like he sort of dropped off the face of the earth. The Rock, he was 0-6 last year, and he's The Rock. He is in this game this year, and I do want to give him, you know, I want to give him a match or two just to see where he's at right now. Looks like Stone Cold hasn't improved very much. He's getting thrown around by Sergeant Slaughter. The match is not over yet. We still have a lot of time to see his skills are going to increase as he's getting thrown around by Sarge. Also, I'm hoping Sergeant Slaughter makes a good debut for himself. You know, if he can get the win here, and oh my God, a stunner. A stunner out of nowhere by Stone Cold. Didn't look like that was a finisher, though. Or maybe it was. Maybe he's pinning him right now. Maybe it was. 1, 2, and why aren't display counts on? I know I turned them on. That is so annoying. I guess I'll just have to count the pins, like, as I see them. I don't know, that's not that big of an inconvenience, but it is an inconvenience all the same. God, I'm tired. 1, 2, and kick out at 2 by Sergeant Slaughter. I love how there's 2 counts this year. I really love it. I think it's an awesome addition to the game. And, yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome we got those 2 counts. And Steve looks like he's picking up offense. He was really sort of slacking in the early goings of this match. Now he's stomping on Sergeant Slaughter's chest. He gets Sergeant Slaughter up, and looks like he's going to do a nice gut wrench throw right there. Takes a lot of strength. Sergeant Slaughter is, I want to say, a little over 300 pounds. He's going to pin him 1, 2, and 3. No, I guess just a 2 count. Looked like a 3 count to me, and Sarge just throws him over his head. Stone Cold, what else has Stone Cold been in? Stone Cold was in one of the greatest matches of all time with Edge and Brock Lesnar. It was a triple threat steel cage match. It was for the #1 contender spot for that world title, and I believe Brock won, but you know, it was a very good match. It was awesome. He was in an Elimination Chamber match. He got a lot of chances, man. He was a big star in WWE 12, and then he just started slacking last year. Looks like he's about to tap out to the Cobra Clutch. And Sarge lets him out, it looks like. But Austin reverses it. And I think funny thing about Stone Cold Steve Austin, he has competed on SmackDown or the Legends brand. This is sort of like, this is the equivalent of SmackDown. All 3 years of his career. He's never competed on Raw before. WWE 12 was SmackDown. WWE 13 was SmackDown. This year it's the Legends brand. I do not intend on switching him to Raw, just because I feel like, you know, I mean, this company, or this promotion has a lot, has more than enough guys, but I don't want to move anybody to Raw unless I have to, just because they have so many. Looks like Stone Cold is going to roll over and pin Sarge after this stunner, and it looks like, yes, he gets a 3 count. Stone Cold Steve Austin actually getting a win this year. That is awesome. You know, he's getting his first win of the year, and it did take him a little while, but it wasn't exactly a squash, but you know, that's really good. It means Sergeant Slaughter's competition. It means I can't count him out yet. You know, he is starting off his career at 0-1, but you know, that's okay. That's okay because he put in a very good showing. And Stone Cold, it was a veteran experience. He's been in it since the beginning, and You know, it shows right there. It shows with that ring experience, that ring knowledge that Stone Cold has. And yeah, I'm glad he got the win. I'm glad he's getting back into it. Alright, you guys, it's time for our dark match of the evening. It is going to be Hacksaw Jim Duggan taking on the debuting King Kong Bundy. Now let me just show you guys how dark matches are going to work in this game. Pretty much all I do is show the replay of the match because, you know, it is a dark match. You can see that this is pretty much the highlights of the match. Quick or very close count by Jim Duggan and King Kong Bundy. I believe he seals it with this what looked like, it looked like a body splash, but it's like after the match was the real story. Andre the Giant makes his debut and just tosses Duggan out of the ring, and looks like he sort of aligns himself with King Kong Bundy, which is a very weird thing. I didn't think we would see that tonight. Now, Andre making his debut with that was a little weird because he was competing in this match right here. It's going to be a battle royal for the vacant Legends Championship. And this is the debut. This is the first ever Legends Championship match. It's going to be featuring all these men that you see in the ring. Andre the Giant, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Shawn Michaels. What a stacked Battle Royal match. This is a pinfall or submission Battle Royal. I was going to do the entrances, but unfortunately that didn't really work out because for whatever reason, it kept glitching every time I would do an entrance, and it would do this cutscene where Andre would attack Hogan from behind in his entrance, and they would just stay outside the ring staring at each other and wouldn't get back in the ring to start the match. So everybody else was wrestling in that ring, but Hogan and Andre were just sitting out there watching, like, staring at each other. And it happened, like, I tried that 3 times, and it kept happening, so eventually I just turned the entrances off, and it looks like it's okay. We see Hogan in the corner. Looks like Ric Flair lurking in the back. We've got Andre the Giant, Ultimate Warrior, Shawn Michaels and Randy Savage, the only 2 men with SG Gaming League experience in here. The rest of these guys making their debuts. Let's see what Shawn Michaels' record is. Shawn Michaels is 7-8. He is the has the most experience in this match. Probably a favorite to win it. He is a former European champion, as is Macho Man Randy Savage, also in the ring. He only has a record of 2-2, but he did compete a little bit in WWE 12. Michaels has been here since pretty much since the beginning. I mean, aside from, he didn't really compete in the first couple months, but he did hold the European Championship for a little over 70 days, which is a pretty, or no, that's not right, is it? I should get the record book on this one, but I believe he held it for, it was a good couple of days, good reign. Not without controversy, though, because some say that Shawn Michaels never really had to defend his title, so that's why he held it for so long. But I have since changed that rule. I called it the Shawn Michaels case when I changed the rule. It was, I didn't really call it that, I'm just calling it that right now. I made the rule that you have to defend your title at least once a month, or else it won't be considered a valid title anymore, and either it'll be vacated or it won't count for anything. It won't be a title if you just don't defend it, because that's not fair. If you hold a title but never defend it, then it's like Dean Ambrose. It's not fair. That's what he does right now. And like Abyss has been television champion. They don't even on TNA. They don't even care about they completely forgot about the television championship. Abyss comes out. He doesn't even wear it anymore. He doesn't ever defend it. Last time he defended it was like Devon was in the company. Who knows? Who knows about that championship? That silly championship. Not our television championship, by the way. TNA's television championship. I don't know if I specified that. Many people watching this probably didn't even know that we used to have a television championship. I did sort of end it after WrestleMania, after the past WrestleMania, just because I really didn't feel like doing television championship this year. What I used to do is I used to have it defended every week, and I would have it on a different brand every week. Like one week it'd be Raw, one week it'd be on SmackDown, and but it was every week, and it was the entire season of WWE 13 and a little bit of WWE 12. towards the end a little bit. But yeah, and it was just getting too much of a hassle. I would be making the card, and then I'd be like, oh, I have to fit in the television championship match, and then do it, and then it'd be like it was changing hands a lot towards the end, and it was a little bit of an inconvenience. Have to keep doing it, but so for that reason, I did discontinue it after our WrestleMania match, um, where it was Ken Shamrock and Mike Tyson, and Shamrock did defend that title in a very awesome hardcore match. But if you guys want to watch that, then go watch that video. It was the WrestleMania pre-show for our SG Gaming League's WrestleMania 2 event. This year it's going to be WrestleMania 3 if you can count. I'm sure you guys can all count. If not, then I apologize, and you should get that checked out because, excuse me, it's a little bit sad at this point. But Andre just put those shots on Shawn Michaels. It's really sad to have all these big names in one match because you can't really concentrate on them. All these guys, at one point we're gonna be seeing them in their own individual matches, but for now they're in this battle royal. And oh, he's hulking up, Hulk Hogan. He is coming back, and he's just punching Ultimate Warrior right in the skull, and big boot. We know what's coming there. Looks like we know what this is gonna be. A big atomic leg drop, and it looks like he's gonna try and pin Ultimate Warrior. Just a 1 count. No men have been eliminated in this match so far. It's been a little over 5 minutes. When you've got guys this good in the ring, they're all very evenly matched. It's going to be hard to do eliminations. It's going to be hard to eliminate each other, but it's got to happen for one man to win this match. That's how you know the man that's going to win this match will be the true champion of the Legends brand until we are proved otherwise. Until we've got another contender. The next time this title is going to be defended is at Extreme Rules, our first pay-per-view. And, yeah, if you can, one of these guys, Hogan, Andre, Ultimate Warrior, Ric Flair, if they can win the match in their debut, that's going to be... Wait, was that... Oh, that was a pin the whole time by Ultimate Warrior. I didn't even realize that. He was just standing on him doing these weird little gyrations. And yeah, as I was going to say, yeah, if one of these guys can win in their debut match, then it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great way to start things off. I believe there's only been, I want to say, 2 or 3 people in history that have won a championship in their debut. One of them being Rikishi, one of them actually being Randy Savage, who's in the ring right now. I want to say... Actually, that's probably not true because we did have... Oh, John Cena did. Brock Lesnar... No, I don't know. I have no idea. But back then, I didn't really take the game seriously back in 12, and so I would give random people title shots, and it didn't really work out. I had like default champions that like didn't even have to earn it. I don't know. It was a different game back then. Different situation. But this year, we're actually having, aside from this match, which guys didn't really have to earn, but that's all right. If you win this match, then you're worthy of it. And these are some of the, biggest overalls in the game. So like, it's really, it's okay. It's really okay. And it looks like, oh, Ric Flair is gonna tap out to Andre's Boston Crab. So it looks like Ric Flair will be our first elimination at the over 7-minute mark, 7.5-minute mark. We have our first elimination. That's pretty crazy. But Shawn Michaels just elbows Hogan. I haven't really talked about Shawn Michaels very much in this match. Shawn is he's veteran of SG Gaming League. He should be talked about a little bit more. But he's working together with Andre a little bit to just chop Shawn Michaels, or chop Hulk Hogan, paying homage to the man who was just walking out of the ring, Ric Flair. As you can see, Andre is by far the biggest man in this match, and I believe he is our biggest man in SG Gaming League history. And we're seeing him making his debut in the ring tonight. I can't wait to see what Andre can do this season. It's gonna be awesome. But as you can see, he has to like bend his knees almost completely to be leveled up with these guys when they're doing strikes to him. A little bit inconvenient, but it's okay. I just want to see Andre doing a suplex to somebody, like a legit suplex, is holding them up there. That's gotta be if you're afraid of heights, then that's gonna be insane. Long, long fall. It's a shame Andre wasn't a better wrestler back in the day. You know, you've never really heard anybody say that, but he couldn't move in there, and he would do like, I don't know. He was very very slow, but I mean he did have gigantism, or there was a name that starts with an A, acromegaly. I don't know. It's something along those lines, but um, yeah, that's what Andre had, and I don't know. Big Show, I believe he did have that in the early goings of his career, or of his life, and he got it fixed. But my God, Shawn Michaels, he had to stretch that leg pretty far to kick Andre in the head. 1, 2, and 3. Andre the Giant, a big upset. Big upset. He's eliminated second of these men, and Shawn Michaels going for yet another elimination, and he does not get it on the Macho Man Randy Savage. These guys are no strangers to each other. They have competed before, I believe. Yeah, they have, because they competed for the European Championship. This is not their first time competing for that championship. They do have history. Shawn Michaels coming out the victor the first time. It looks like Ultimate Warrior is eliminated. We are down to 3 men: Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, and Shawn Michaels. It's kind of cool that the 2 guys that do have the experience are still in the match. It'd be cool if one of these guys won it, especially Shawn Michaels. Shawn has come so close to the title before. He was in the final 2 of last year's Royal Rumble. He ended up losing it to the Big Show. But yeah, and you know he's been in it for a long time. It feels like by now he should be getting his opportunities. That's why I did put him in this match. I feel like he deserves it. I sort of tried to keep him relevant last year by giving him matches, and he was good in all those matches. But you know, I feel like this year is really his year to shine. I'm feeling it for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just getting that feeling. But a guy like Hulk Hogan, that would be the predictable favorite in this match. But then again, Andre was eliminated second, and Hulk Hogan looks like he is a little groggy. He's feeling the effects. Macho Man, it would be great in his return to the company. We haven't seen him in 2 seasons. You know, it's been a very long time. Ever since 2012, we have not seen Macho Man. And it'd be a big moment for him if he's able to capture a world title in his, you know, return to the company. Hulk Hogan, he's the only man who in this ring right now who could capture the world title in his debut. You know, obviously both these men have been around. And Hogan's going to pin Shawn, but just a 1 count. And it looks like Hogan's like the only guy in this match so far that's feeling the effects right now. As he just slams Macho Man, and Shawn's groggy over there. 1. Just a 1 count. Hogan keeps trying, though. He's got the headlock, and Michaels goes over to help him. And it looks like a nice, double suplex reversed into a double DDT. Excuse me, by Macho Man. And just does a big knee drop. I feel like I haven't said Macho Man Randy Savage in a very long time. It feels kind of cool to say his name. You know, I haven't commentated a Macho Man match since I was filming the footage with my camera down in this very basement in 2012, a couple of years ago. That was when it all started, and it has progressed to this. And that's very cool. I think that's cool. Like I said, if you do want to watch some of my old stuff, the channel is called SG Gaming League, and it's all. I do have a couple Shawn. Shawn has probably the best vertical I've ever seen, but I don't think that was intended. He sort of stood there for a while, right and eye level with Macho Man. He was standing. A 1, 2, and Shawn Michaels kicks out at 2. I have the worst sore throat today for some reason. I guess it's because I've been commentating for like 40 minutes now, but yeah, it's bad. I have a bad sore throat. But anyways, yeah, I have a couple WWE 12 or WWE 13 videos, and it's mostly WWE 12. And believe it or not, I do have some SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 videos, only like 3 or 4. It's back when I used to do simulated matches. By the way, all these matches are simulated if you didn't already get that. I don't play as any character. I never have. God, it's bad. But hopefully this match will end soon so I can stop commentating. With my sore throat, my constant coughing, it's got to be getting annoying for you guys. But if not, then I appreciate you hanging on. If you were this far into the video, then chances are you do have a lot of dedication to my commentating. And sore throat isn't going to bother you too much. But yeah, anyways, I have about, I want to say 22, 23 weeks of WWE 12 in there. And I mean, it was a good show. Like, I had good stuff going on. It was just not great quality. And WWE 12 I thought was a great game. Had a great roster in it. You know, not great gameplay, not great features, but it gives you a feeling. Every time, sometimes I go back and I just play WWE 12, and it gives you a feeling. It really does. It brings you back, or at least it brings me back to, you know, the glory days. I do not intend to play WWE 13 anytime soon, just because, you know, I was so sick of it, and that game is going away for a long time. But Macho Man Randy Savage is now out, eliminated by Hulk Hogan. We're down to 2. Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels for the Legends Championship. 1, 2, and just a kick out at 2. Hulk Hogan's got the size advantage. Shawn Michaels got the experience advantage. We're going to see which one is going to come out on top. Very excited to have Hulk Hogan in SG Gaming League. And I look forward to seeing what he can do in the future, especially if he wins the Legends Championship. What a championship lineup we'd have. World title holders would be Brock Lesnar and Hulk Hogan. That would be excellent. But on the other hand, Shawn Michaels, he is a veteran. You know, it would be a dream come true for him to win the world title. He's been trying to do that since arriving here. Who knew that in his first match when he was European champion, he would someday become world champion? I think that's awesome when a guy does that. You know, it's like working your way up. Anyways, I think, wait, would he be the first guy? I think he'd be the first guy to hold a minor title and a major title in SG Gaming League. So let me think about it. Yeah, he really would. He'd be the first guy. I guess in that sense, I really wanted to win now. 1, 2, and just a 2 count. He's just hammering shots and just flings the forearm right at him. And Shawn's going to go for the pin. 1. Just a 1 count. Oh, super kick by Shawn Michaels, just flooring Hogan. Hogan sprawled out. 1, 2, and 3. Shawn Michaels realizing his boyhood dream and winning the Legends Championship. Our world title here. Shawn Michaels is a world title holder. I don't know if that's sunk in for him quite yet. It looks like it is now. Shawn is just, he's just filled with excitement. This man deserves it. First man ever to hold the European Championship and the World Championship. Our referee Charles Robinson, he's not, I think he wants to just let Shawn live in this moment for a second before he hands him the title. He's got it in his hand right there, and you know, what a disappointing debut for Hulk Hogan. Not disappointing. He did really well in this match, and look forward to seeing him in the future. But look at that, Shawn's got that title. This is our first time ever seeing the title. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, very fitting that it would be that model. Wow, Shawn. I've commentated every one of his matches ever since his debut. All 18 of them. 19 now. Very, very big moment. Big moment for Shawn Michaels. Very proud of this guy. Well, that is it for me, you guys. Thank you very much for watching our first Legends broadcast. Boss Stands Tall is out.